there comes a point in time whenever absolutely nothing at all surprises you around here. So today is the 16th of November and we are mowing. Yes. This is ground here that we rent for the AD plant, so this is what we're mowing it for. So usually we are not this bad. Usually come the middle of November everything is sitting washed, parked up and stored away, getting ready for next year. But this block of ground that we have here, we rent this for the AD plant, and the grass here that's on it is just too good to let it go to waste. Now don't get me wrong, it's not what you would want for like your first or your second cut, but for feeding the AD plant, you know, it's definitely like it's 100%. So it's probably a good job that the A740 hadn't been washed yet. The mowers had been washed and they're going to need it again by the looks of things, but yeah, so the joys. So if you've watched the video that I did there last week, just in the AD plant, I was saying that we are quite far back in the pits at the minute, and we are cutting this purely because it's too good to go to waste. Usually we would have let sheep go on this for the winter time, but they decided against it this year because we've had such a mild back end. I suppose that's just really encouraged the growth and stuff, so like it's too good to be wasted. He is gripping one side and then just mowing the other, so it's just put in a bit of a bigger sward whenever the rake comes in tomorrow. And yeah, they're hoping to just get all this in tomorrow, so it is quite wet, no point in lying. We are in November, but there's about a couple of 100 acre here, and I don't know if they're going to mow it all, but they'll probably mow a good slab of it. And yeah, every little helps. It's better coming, you know, into the spring with having too much grass rather than having to go looking for it whenever everybody's looking for it, especially if it's going to be a bad winter. I don't know if it is or not, I don't think it's gospel, but if it is a bad winter, you're better just having it there rather than having to go pleading and begging and looking for it. So this is actually, we are very lucky when it comes to the ground that we actually have for the AD plant. We are taking some of the best ground actually in the country. I don't think there's going to be any ginormous big loads coming out here tomorrow, right enough, although it does depend who's filling the trailers. If Johnny's on the job, they'll be peaked as high as they can go. But yeah, ground is holding up really good, and this is probably one of the driest bits of ground that we would actually take here. Just a disclaimer here, we're not saying that this is going to be fantastic feed, because we're in November. This probably, it's got a good dose of digestate, but compared to all other cuts, we're expecting obviously to have a lower nutritional value. But, and like quantity wise, it's good for this time of year. It's not what you'd expect a crop of silage coming through the moors, right enough, but listen, we will take it. We're better having it than having to go looking for it, trust me. He's just finishing off this field here, so I don't even know how much he's going to cut of it, to be fair. There's quite a bit of ground here, so I can't imagine he's going to cut it all, but definitely just to clean off the grass more than anything, and fire in the pit just in case. So cutting grass in November is not something that we take lightly. There's absolutely no need for it at all, but what do? Whenever you do see it kind of lying, there was an awful lot of grass on it. Probably too much actually, even probably the sheep wouldn't even have cleared it there at all this year. So yeah, they're gonna come tomorrow, fire into the pit, and then that'll be it. But then the worst thing then about now, you know, whenever the weather is like this, you can't even go and put slurry or anything on it because we're in the close period and have been since the 15th of October. So this is going to be it for until the 1st of February, which is an awful pity because this ground here could handle a tractor and a tanker, no bother at all. Yeah, so insanity exists on all levels. This is the silage going in today. As you can see nothing because it's a really cold day, so there's quite a lot of freezing fog in. It's sitting there at the minute in the car at 2 degrees. So yeah, the last time I think we put in grass at this time of year, it was 2017, and we all know what sort of year 2017 was. So crazy. So as you can see, just starting to bring it home here now. Back to the plant. So there's a full load there that's just been tipped, and surprisingly enough, for grass cut in November, it does actually smell quite good. It's wet and cold, but well, we won't know until we feed it just what it's like. So yeah, but here, do you know what? It's better in the pit than going to waste in on the ground. The price of fertilizer and everything still is extortionate. So the AD plant spends a lot of money every year on fertilizer. So whenever you do have grass growing that you can use, it would be very silly to waste it. So it is almost lunchtime, and it's sitting between 0 and 1 degrees, so it is still very, very, very cold. Like, the fog here has not lifted at all today, and it probably won't. Or if you watched the last video, we are just literally on the river foil here, so any sort of fog or mist or anything like that just comes in and just seems to stick to it. So yeah, it's absolutely freezing. Absolutely freezing. And I am sure that anybody who sees any loads of grass going through the town today are wondering what on earth are we doing. But hey ho, there you go. So like I was saying yesterday, the ground that this is coming in off is ground that we rent for the AD plant, and it's sort of it's on the other side of the city from where we are, so it is quite a long draw. There's about 150 or so acres that they've mowed. Christopher is actually out there mowing it at the minute, so he is. So yeah, listen, it might not do, it might not be a good idea, it might not be good stuff at all, but you have to try these things. And yeah, we will keep you posted. But so this ground that they're lifting there at the minute was actually undersowed in clover, so that's kind of why yeah, so it's been undersowed in clover, so that is why they are keen just to take another cut off it. So it has, the whole crop itself did really, really well whenever we actually cut it the first couple of times. So yeah, we'll see. Clover's full of protein, and it definitely shouldn't do the plant any harm. So hopefully this is the last time that you will see any sort of silage kit out this year. I hope so anyway, because this is far too cold for this crack. It's definitely quite strange seeing the boys cruising about in the tractors and trailers and wearing woolly hats and massive big coats. Doesn't seem like that long ago since I was trying to avoid videoing some of them because they had so little clothes on. But yeah, there's a couple of them just away there now. But yeah, that's the story. The 17th of November, we finished silage, hopefully. I can't promise that there'll be any more content like this. Who knows? But listen, if you liked the video, give us a wee like, subscribe, and your calf video is coming very soon. I promise. See you later.